Hello, my name is Shuttley, and welcome back to another episode of EU4 Redcoat's Revenge. Still struggling with the name a little bit. Well, but I think once we get to 30 episodes in, it's probably going to roll off the tongue rather easily. Right, so we've got this army here. We do have a decent shock general. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get the transports out of that fleet. Send them to pick up those troops. Go into Picardy, destroy the Lorraine army. They don't have a good leader. Also, France does have military tech 8. Lorraine has military tech 8 as well. We got 9. So that's going to work in our benefit actually a lot. We'll just run into Calais and destroy them. I mean, we don't have a... Or we were not at our full morale yet, but it doesn't matter because that's a stack wipe. Now I wonder, how much armies do the French have? Probably... Ooh, 56,000. It's a lot more than I can afford. Another thing that I could do is I could send my troops down here in the south to start taking out stuff like Aquitaine and such. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. We'll go back to England first. Replenish the numbers and see what the French do. French do have a decent general, but it's not as good as shock as ours. They're turning south. I mean, there's a lot. Ooh, Castilians are abandoning the siege there. At the same time, as long as we make sure that they don't take the war goal, we should be able to prolong this war quite a bit. Now, if only we could get an heir to get rid of the War of the Roses, that'd be nice. I don't know about our king. He's not really doing a great job. Support for York, excellent. Okay, that's the French army. They're going back and forth with their army trying to scare our troops. Which, to be fair, is working. But there's some Portuguese armies there. Portugal has 13,000 men that I can see. Castilians have 34. And then, I don't know about Aragon. Do they have... Oh, they got 11,000 men sieging down Venice. Or one of their forts there, anyway. Meanwhile, Venice has some armies sieging down Austria. It's a bit of a mess down there. And I could always go and help in the south here, because there's bound to be some battles. Sooner or later. Got another idea. I think I'm going to take the global settler increase. Gives us the production efficiency as well. Next thing that we do our diplo points is going to be the techs, though, because we do need the shipyards and all that. I'll put the boats just up there. Renew 2 more loans, but now we are blockading the port, so the siege should be going a fair bit faster, and we got our troops here to help run in there if need be. But yeah, it's... Oh, okay, they got 4,000 men there. I wonder... They are sending more troops. We've got a pretty strong army down here in the south right now. I could potentially... They are amassing a little bit troops there. I could do a distraction for them, so what I'm going to do... I'm going to take my armies to... Contentin? Contentin, not Contentin. Lorraine is sending more troops. I'm going to let them lock in. Come on, there we go. And we'll move into Caen and we'll take the defensive bonus. Well, there's actually no defensive bonus per se, but still. Hopefully we can... Ooh, they are sending in the... Let's send in our ships to Caen. Hopefully we can win this battle and get into ships before the French are here. Although I don't think it's gonna happen. We may lose this army. Nope. Yeah, and as soon as we can retreat... I'm gonna retreat somewhere around here. Come on. We'll send the fleet up there as well. We'll pick up the army, send it to Kent or something. While they are... Oh god, that's a lot of cannons and all that. Luckily, that's gonna give the Spanish and the Portuguese, or Castilians and Portuguese, time to seize down some of the southern France. Get back to Kent. Yeah, we're gonna lose that siege soon. There's just not much we can do about that, but they do have these two forts here. Hopefully we can get those sieges done soon. Also, how's the... Avalon is already 300 people, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Also, Guadeloupe is increasing. Not large yet, but if we can get these lesser Antilles and Windward Islands for us, it should be doable. Like, we can... what I'm thinking is, we can make a colonial nation here strong enough to beat down the Portuguese colonial nation. Which in turn is going to help a fair bit and keep the enemies in check. What's the Grand Admiral? Not Grand Admiral, anyway, we lost the advisor for the lower maintenance. You get the reinforcement speed, I suppose. Usually not very popular advisor, but sometimes it can be useful. I wonder actually, could we get a better general? There's a siege general, but it's not necessarily better. Not for fighting anyway. We'll go and get the siege of Calais. Consolidate regiments before we move into the battle, so that we can keep on fighting a bit more efficiently. And Lorrainian army is gonna be stack wiped most likely. No, not quite. It's gonna be relieved by the fort. Jump on ships again. I mean, on the other hand, the war with France is about right time. I mean, we managed to pay off most of the loans from the previous war with them. Oh, they are actually using that to stop the province from flipping over. Well, we can go and kill your artillery there. There we go. No longer a problem. Oh, the Venetians are coming in. I'll just assign you to the transport already. And if the enemy gets too near, then we'll just flip back. But at the same time, that's going to give us some more time here in the southern France to siege down. Disgruntled nobles. Oh, bloody hell. Well, that means a loan. And that is a... They must be taking a decent bit of attrition actually there. So if we have a look at the France manpower, they're down to 20,000 already. We got 16,000, but their army is a lot bigger. We do have the 10,000 men here, which we could use. I'm kind of keeping it back for the time being, in case there's any rebellions that spring up because of the situation. Luckily, the siege phases aren't taking a long while, so they are taking a lot of attrition here. Let's actually have a look now. So they had 20,000 Down to 16,000 manpower, so we are actually about on par with them. Now, how is the... Oh, we actually managed to get some of this back. Excellent. Oh, we have a core there as well. Oh. That makes me angry. The War of the Roses is really messing out plans here. It's like it's historical or something. Right, well, we've already managed to siege down a fair bit of the southern France. At the same time, France is getting a lot of war exhaustion. Probably partially because they're taking a huge attrition. Actually, how much? Still got 11,000. But that's kind of gonna fall now. Disease. Oh my god, disease outbreak and still holding on for another. How long is. Another 37 days. That's at least one attrition tick, maybe two. Oh, I think they used some of their... Let's actually have a look. War enemies. They probably use their professionalism to get a bit more manpower because they're not having all that much. I would love to go there and start sieging down some... Actually, I have an idea. Now that we can just go into Aquitaine. Go and siege down some of this here, see if we can lure them out. Probably not, but... we'll see. Another disease outbreak, oh my! That's gonna hurt. And if that was a player, they'd be raging so hard right now. 85% and still getting 2 disease outbreaks in a row. Avalon is producing fish. Not really surprised. Okay, now they managed to win that siege. And now the enemy army is heading south. Our forces are a bit spread out. Aragon army is heading back west. I'll see what the Castilians do. Oh, they're now seizing down the war goal. And they're now finally spreading their troops a little bit. Let's go to Limousine. Noble Distrons. Oh. Bloody hell. Do you have to ruin my economy just for some bloody lack of air or something? I mean, come on. That's not very nice. It is going to be farmlands. I'm gonna move in there. Oh, they decided that they don't want to go in. Are they coming for me instead? No. I'm gonna declare war on Liège. They have in fact spread their troops a little bit. Not completely, but a little bit. Now that one's going down probably over there. Would be farmlands. Go in there and destroy the cannons. That stopped them, and it's wood, so if they were to attack us, they'd take the penalty. But that reset the siege in Aquitaine. So what you gonna do? So long as they don't realize that if they focus their force, they would be able to beat me down. Like, how long? The king was 31 when he... Yeah, April 1499. Inaugurated. And it's already 1503 and still no heir. You had a wife for at least 3 of those years. I wonder if they are moving... No, we can't afford letting them lock in because then they'd get the defensive bonus. Okay, let's do that. See if we can actually... No, we can't really make them like us anymore right now. Let's see, if we were to go there, they would probably get there. Yeah, they'd get there a few days before us. So I'm not going to go in there. Oh, Aragon managed to sneak around here. Okay. We go back to Limousine. I presume France has lost a fair bit of manpower again. Yeah, they've basically burned out all their professionalism now, so... Sooner or later, they're going to have to start getting some mercenaries, which are not going to be as good. Because they probably can't afford paying off the maintenance for them. We've lost the natural scientist, which is not great. I could get the stability cost modifier, but I'm not sure if I want to. I do want... I'll save the money for now. We are a bit low on cash. Now, how's the war? Ooh, Venice might be willing to bow out from the battle, actually. Sure, I'll make Milan a lot. No, actually, no. I'm not going to make Milan any stronger, but I will take the money from Venice. That's going to be one enemy out of the game, and that means that the enemy navies are practically non-existent now. Not to mention they are down to 58,000 troops, which are all down here. Oh, someone's using Paris already. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to split the troops here. Can I don't think I can actually link this to any other army, but we can move these together. We'll go to siege down Ep10. Actually, we can probably... no, not necessarily. We could probably go there. Just so that we don't take too much attrition, because that's what's going to kill the French army. Oh, and the Austrians are now free to engage the French, because they're no longer at war against the Ottomans. So the French are now outnumbered. They do still have a strong army, that's not saying that they don't, but they are starting to have a bit of problems. That 20,000 is going to bury, it's now going to terrain. And there's that 39,000. That's going back to Agnon. Nobles disgruntled. Oh. Fine, be disgruntled then. Right, can I run back to Aquitaine? Probably, because that army is going to follow us. Just going to keep on running. Let the enemy take the attrition that they are taking. Locked into Limousine. We can go back to Aquitaine, siege that one down. Not sieging Paris right now. Actually, I think it's time for me to siege down Aquitaine, then we'll get the troops back to north and start re-sieging stuff over there. Or de-sieging rather than re-sieging. Although both of the armies are now in the north. So how about we do a little bit of a carpet sieging here? Also, France is now low on war enthusiasm. would be able to get one province right now. But I want two. And then I think I want to get the humiliation. And the money. And the war reps. So it's going to be a bit of a long war. And we still haven't beaten the enemy army down. They're mostly beaten themselves down by not having any manpower left after that fight. We'll probably get rid of some of the ships that they have here, actually. So we'll get our ships there to save up some sailors. You're the sieging general, so I'll send you there. Okay, so the forces in the north are currently on the run. But the enemy is down to... They still got 52,000 men. Very little manpower, so they shouldn't be able to get more. Other than natural ways. Portugal can probably hate us a little bit. Okay, we sunk one of their ships. Excellent. Send my ships there. The DC's Cambrai. I think they are sending their troops down south. So we're gonna have to be quick. Don't think we'll be able to get the siege. I mean, if I had some cannons here, that would help. I do have the army with cannons in the north, but at the same time we need to be very careful. Well, marriage with Portugal has ended. How about we renew that? And I need an heir. Crying out loud. That is farmlands. They have gotten the... But there's no place that I can retreat without them getting... or catching us. That would be the closest. Okay, they're not stopping. We're gonna have to go in. Hopefully we'll get some more reinforcements elsewhere. I don't think we will, but... Nothing else. We are causing a lot of casualties for them, which they will not be able to replenish anytime soon. They lost a little bit less than we did. We got plenty of manpower in the bank still. They have run out now. So the army is less than 50,000. Scotland intervenes. Oh, bollocks. We'll get the shock general in. Let's go take care of that. Oh, the Castilians are now intercepting that army and the Aragonese as well. Oh, yeah, they are on the run. How far are we going? Oh, all the way to Toledo. Well, that's a bit nasty. Okay, we need to get another debate going. We gain loyalty of the clergy. Wouldn't be a bad one, actually. Or inflation reduction. How big of an inflation do we have at the time being? 7%. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad one, actually. What else do we have? Cultural conversion, land maintenance, and attrition, sailors, clergy, all. Well, I think I'm going to take the clergy. It's going to increase our income a little bit. We can get rid of some of the legitimacy. It's not going to be that bad. We can even probably ignore some corruption. That's going to get... Well, we'll get rid of that sooner or later. But we'll get rid of some army tradition. There we go. So we should get much... Well, it's actually not that much higher income yet. Okay, we want the Scottish intervention. At least in the first fight. Right, but things are not all that great yet. We'll start sending our troops north again. And this army can probably grab that shock general. France intervenes. Oh. Okay. Bergen is in civil war. I'm just going to send the fleet there, just so that I can get my troops north and start relieving the war goal and all that. Right, but with that, we are actually out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description, but other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.